Yep. Day 14. And I am doing my shots. I'm rolling with what I've got. And yep. I've been vocal today. And yeah. I've been vocal and I've been honest with myself. And that's all that matters. So I'm going to the doctor in the morning. And I'm going to have some questions ready. And I'm going to fight for my kid. That's it. That's all. No regrets. No nothing. So I've got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot on my chest. And right about now, anybody can get it. And yeah, that's kind of like right where I'm living, right there. I noticed that a lot of people talk about the truth or honesty, but I also realize when someone is being honest and when someone is telling the truth, suddenly people become selective. I find that interesting. And I suppose that's how it's always going to be. I suppose that is nothing new. You know, life is just gonna be that way. But I don't know. Sometimes it just gets on my nerves when people want you to ignore stuff and act like, well, that may be true, but no, get over that, get past that, and ignore that. And no, sometimes things aren't meant to be ignored. That ain't cool. And I say these things because I can be so honest sometimes that people will find it confrontational. And I haven't confronted anybody. I'm just speaking and saying what's on my mind or speaking and saying something. And I can hear people in their words fidgeting, be it a comment online or be it a text message. And I don't care. I don't care no more. I used to care. I used to pick my words and pick topics and all of that. Not at my expense anymore. So this is a huge issue in my life, and it's huge for me. And I'm gonna get through it how I need to get through it, and I'm not gonna bite my tongue. And if I'm upset with someone or if I'm disenchanted with someone, be it family, be it friend, be it acquaintance, be it associates from my past, I don't care if it's a church member, I don't care if it's a church leader. If that person led me, and if those persons were around me, then there you have it. Anyone at any point who has ever spoken into my life, just because they said something or just because they were in a certain position, don't mean I can't say nothing back. And I have a lot of discrepancies with some things that I was taught, some things that I was encouraged to do, admonished to do, and practically ambushed and told that I needed to do. And yes, I do say ambushed. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I got an attitude, but I can afford to have one because it's only me that's got to deal with it. So I'm dealing with a lot here. I'm on hormones. And if it's the hormones talking, let them talk. Let them say it out loud. But best believe, I'm feeling how I'm feeling, and I'm not going to be shy about it at all. Not one bit. Okay, too much at stake here. Hey, you, who's that? See you watching. Ay, ay, ay. The bruises are still here. Let me see if I can show a few. Look. Bruises. Yep. Cute little bruises. All for chipmunk. All for chipmunk, right? Okay. I'm trying so hard not to be negative. I'm trying so hard not to be agitated. I'm trying so hard, but I'd rather just be pissed and agitated and annoyed than to try not to be. It's harder trying to not be. So I'm just gonna be. Nothing to lose. Nothing to lose at all. Because if I don't have it yet, then it's not mine. So I'm not caring anymore about who thinks or feels what when I say whatever I want to say. Because people have always said what they wanted to say. So I just want to go off. I just do. I just really do. I just want to, I want to call my mom and be like, what the hell? Why didn't you say something? How does that do that? I will never understand how that does that. Nothing but air up there. The product was coming out. But anyway, yeah, I want to call my mom and be like, so you just was, but that's a conversation that ain't even worth trying to have. It's like it would just go in one ear, out the other, and it would just be an argument before the conversation even got started. And I wish I could have a civil conversation with my mother. I wish I could. It's like, I don't get it. Do you not like me? You can't stand me? You got some grudge against me or what? You resent me? What's the deal? I don't know my mama's issue with me. I don't. I've always felt like she ain't like me ever since I was in the 5th grade, 6th grade. It was almost like I just became a chore and just not liked. I don't know. Like, goodness gracious, what's the deal? Only child. A daughter, only child. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get how I want a kid so bad. My mama got one and could give two craps, but sometimes I want to say it is what it is, but sometimes it don't feel like that. Sometimes it just really sucks. Like, who doesn't want to talk to or chat with or skitty bop with their mama? Where's my gauze? Guess I ain't got no gauze. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't even know if my mama knows that I'm even doing this. I got a cousin on my Facebook page that runs and tells everything, so who knows? Maybe she's heard through the grapevine. But it just feels weird. Sometimes it just feels weird to not be talking to my mother, when big things are going on in my life. And then I'm just like, oh, well, we don't have that relationship. Like that's just so strange to me. And then sometimes people be like, oh, so, but where your mom, how'd you think your mom? Like, mom, no. Like, it's just matter of fact. And they're like, what? Like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, me and my mother are estranged. We don't talk on the phone. She doesn't call me for birthdays or holidays. She may send a random text, but it's so shallow and random that I don't know what it is and why. I'll respond and say, oh, okay, yeah, hey. Okay, thanks. Last text I got from my mom, she sent me a picture of me and two cousins. And it was a serious throwback. I was like, oh, wow, that's a serious throwback. And then she sent me a picture of her. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah. And that was it. It was no, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Nothing. It was weird as hell. I can't explain it. Can't explain it. I don't know. It hurts. It's painful. Sometimes I feel nothing and sometimes I feel everything. I don't know that I could miss something that I don't have, but it sure feels damn strange to not even have a connection with the person that I come from. Oh. Ooh. Oy. Lord, I hope I see some growth tomorrow. Can y'all tell I got a little something done to my hair? You can see my scalp. What? Yes, baby, I felt the breeze on this scalp today. Yes, I did. It ain't perfect, but it's righteous. You know what I'm saying? Someone came to visit me last night. So I had a little company. It was so cool to sit up and laugh and chit chat and get my hair twisted on. So, feeling myself. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, so that was Follow Stem. Did I drop the case? Oh, no, here it is. I don't have that other injection I'm supposed to be taking. Ouch, it's a little sore. But I'm going to roll with this anyway. I finally stopped flowing/spotting. That was weird because the spotting turned into a light flow. And then now it's kind of dissipating. So that was 2 or 3 days of some, I guess, shedding my lining. They want the lining to be thick. But I don't know. I'm kind of like in limbo. I'm kind of in this space where like this may or may not happen. I may or may not be stopping. I don't know. I just trying to remain positive and light, and I'm just hoping to see some growth tomorrow. If I don't see any growth tomorrow, then I'm going to I don't know. Oh, I'm going to look into fertility acupuncture. And I've noticed some women that are doing it, and I didn't know why. I'm assuming it was helping them in their process, but I don't know what their issue was for getting it or reason was for getting it. So I'm going to look into it. I'm going to ask about it tomorrow at my appointment. I know for sure that I want to try my own eggs. So if doing some fertility acupuncture is going to help me, whether they suggest it or not, or tell me what they think about it or not, I'm going to go for it. I want to try my eggs. I want to try my eggs again. If this time is not stimulating enough, or if I can start the acupuncture now along with it, I don't know. But I'm not going to sit idly by. I'm not going to let happen what's been happening, which is someone tell me one thing and I just be like, oh, okay. I don't want to do that. I'm going to be my own advocate. I'm going to be my own everything. I'm the only person on my team, so I got to speak for myself and I got to do what I want to do and how. So I'm going to continue to bake cookies. I'm going to continue to sell my oils. I'm going to continue to do everything that I need to do that promotes me, my livelihood, and the person I'm trying to add to this life. So I hope that link works. I don't even know. I put a URL up in the comments. So this appointment tomorrow, if it's an 8 or a 9 again, that's going to hurt my feelings. If it's a 10 or 11, I'm going to tell them I don't want to stop. Yeah, I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. And maybe add the acupuncture. So I need to do some calls tomorrow. I need to get some numbers and start calling around and seeing what and where I can go and how it works and how quickly I can get in. I just don't want to give up, and I don't see that happening. So this is hard. This is so hard. Some of this is easy, and some of this is not difficult, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh my God. You think about everything that you've got to do, and you think about how much is riding on it, and you think about everything, because you're the only one that has to think about it. I wouldn't tell someone to not do this. I would tell them to be ready to handle it on your own, because I have some people, honestly, I have some people that support me from afar and from relatively close by. And I have some people that are gunning for me and riding for me and want me to have what I want to have. I have a few online friends who are in a close group. It's a close group it's like 6 of us. And so far, 3 of us are pregnant. and the other three are not. I don't even know what the other two are doing, if they're even trying or not, or if they're just taking their time. But one just had a child not even a month ago, and two are now pregnant. And the other buddy, I'm not sure if she's still trying or not. We haven't really talked about it. Everyone's kind of really pacing themselves. But I don't know. I just feel like I feel like I'm missing something. I still feel like I'm by myself. I still feel like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to. I guess I don't want to make it seem like those who are supporting me aren't there for me. I don't want to make it seem like they're just chopped liver, because they're not. The people that some people that are around me are giving me their best. I will say that. But I still feel very, very, very alone. I feel like I am so solo dolo with this, because, and I don't know who or what's missing. Maybe I do, and I just don't want to say. But this is a lonely journey. This is a very lonely journey. And I get pissed because there are a few people who know good and damn well that they should be by my side. Hi. Hey, Living Hope. Oh my goodness. I saw some messages from you. Thank you so much. It's kind of like the people who know better, but they're just ignoring me. And it's like, okay, I can't, you can't tell grown folks what to do. And I don't feel like I should be calling and begging people, to call me and check on me and see how I'm doing. How do you call someone and say, hey, can you ask me how I'm doing? Like that don't make no kind of sense. It makes no sense at all to me. And there are some people that I haven't heard from, and it's like, really? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And that makes me mad. That makes me angry. It just makes me really angry. And these people know that I don't have my mom. These people know that I don't have family here, and it's like, it's shitty. It's really shitty. Ugh. I can't be nothing but honest. I mean, I really can't. And it's just, I don't think I'm asking too much or expecting too much to need and want those who love me to support me. And everyone has a life. Everyone has something to do. People have families and obligations and jobs. But you should never be so busy and so occupied that you can't return a phone call, a text message, or a video message. That's ridiculous. Okay, hun. Oh, hun, you are not asking too much. I didn't think I was, but it seems like I am. And there's people, it's like, I don't want to call no names, of course, but it's just like, I just don't understand. There are people who know I was starting this process, and I have not heard from them. And I was like, yeah, I'm starting. This is coming. Yes, this is happening. And nothing, not one single solitary word, phone call, and I am crushed. I'm just absolutely crushed. And it's almost like, okay, is this a sensitive topic that you really don't like to talk about? Is it something that you don't really agree with? Excuse me. It's like, let me know. It's like everybody doesn't have to like and love and be all about what you're doing. But if you're not, say so. I just I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't. And I don't like begging family to be my family. I don't like begging relatives to relate to me. I don't like that. It feels strange. It feels weird, and my own family. I don't have support from my own family. Sometimes I'm made to feel like I am, and then I don't feel it. And it's one thing to tell somebody that you support them and you love them, but when you don't show them, what am I supposed to think? And then people wonder why I'm so hard up to have a kid because I want my own damn family. Everybody is so busy with theirs. Well, let me get busy about mine. I just I'm hurting, y'all. I'm hurting and I'm mad and I'm not trying to make nobody feel comfortable by me not saying that I'm not. I can't. I just I want to curse, I want to shout, and I want to snap the hell off. But I honestly don't want to waste my energy. I don't. Living Hope says, I believe most people don't realize how serious IVF is and the emotional investment and the need for support. I know you're right. I believe that most people don't realize it. And I don't know if that's a good thing or an indifferent thing. Does that mean that we should excuse them because they don't get it? You know, it's like, what does that mean? Do we stop and take the time to explain it? You know, what does one do? How can one beg for support? How can one say, how can one implicate? How can one impress upon someone? This is so deep. This is so serious. I need support. And I mean day to day. I mean like a phone call, like not just a text message or reach out. How does one explain that to somebody without, at this point it would be begging. I'm day 14. 14. And day 14. And I've talked to one family member, and that's my daddy. I called him and told him that I was giving myself shots. And he was like, for real, baby girl? Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see this grandbaby. I don't even want to disappoint him with an update that's not something promising. But I'm trying to think. I have not heard from one family member. Nope. Not one relative. I'll change that. Not one relative. I have not heard from not one relative in over 2 weeks. And I told several family relatives that I was doing this. It seems like a lot of big things that I've done in my life, I've done by myself. And I don't know if that makes people think that that's how I like doing it. I have never given that impression to anyone. I've never said that. I've never been the one to go off and do something and kind of like, oh yeah, I did something. I did this. Like some people live their lives like that, and you don't know about the things that they do until after they've come back and they tell you something huge. That's not me. I don't know where I dropped the ball. I don't know where I didn't remind somebody. And I don't know how um, this is the case. I don't know how it's the case. But I know I'm just tired of doing stuff by myself. I do it anyway, but I'm tired of it. And sometimes you just got to take the cape off. It's like how long can you be strong and resilient and I don't know how I feel like I'm saying the same crap over and over again. I don't know how one can be strong without needing a break. Just because someone is strong and just because someone is brave doesn't mean that they don't need anybody or that they don't have needs. This experience, and it seems like every experience I have where I need support and I don't have it, it keeps teaching me more and more. It keeps teaching me more about myself, but it makes me not like people. What's so bad about me? What's so am I annoying? Am I is there something wrong with me? Is what is it about me that I can't have a solid, steady, consistent support system without having to beg for it or feel like I have to beg and remind for it? I had someone tell me once that if I wanted them or needed them, that I would have to keep asking and keep asking and keep asking until they became available or found an availability for me. I'm still trying to understand that. Coming from a person who's told me no several times, I'm unavailable several times, and canceled or postponed several times, or miscommunicated several times, or there was a miscommunication every time. It was usually one of the three. I was having a surgical procedure. I asked if the friend could come and accompany me. It was my biopsy. I had to have a biopsy and an MRI and then a follow-up appointment. And these were going to happen in succession of within like a week and a half. And it was, no, I have to prepare for Thanksgiving. So while I'm getting a chunk of me cut up and cut out to be looked at, I was told that they're going to be cutting and slicing and dicing, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Okay. So the next procedure was the MRI, which takes like an hour. And then there's the going to the appointment where I'm going to hear everything that's going on that's wrong or what's happening or what needs to be done. So it's two more important detailed appointments. And I didn't ask. And so it was, why didn't you ask me? Why weren't you going to ask me? So you weren't going to ask me. I wanted to be there for you. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't ask because I just asked the other day. You told me no, you're getting ready for Thanksgiving. So why would I ask you again? I'm not going to ask you something if I think you're going to tell me no. Why the hell would I ask you something if I don't feel like hearing another no? I'm like, no, I wasn't going to ask because I didn't want to hear another no. You weren't available, so I'm assuming you're not available, period. It's like your availability is so small. So I'm then told, well, whenever Well, see, I just happen to be available, for the other appointment, but you got to keep asking me and keep asking me and keep asking me. I want you to keep asking me because you never know when I may have an availability. I want to drop an F-bomb right now, but I know certain people are watching and I don't want to be cussing. But what kind of sense does that make? I'm not going to walk into somebody rejecting me over and over and over again. If anything, if this is all I've been talking about, I should get the follow-up call. Hey, I'm not able to make this appointment. What's your next appointment? Can I come to your next appointment? Is there something else I can help you with? I can't make this one. When's the next one? I want to come to that one. I'll be damned if I got to keep begging people to be in my damn life and to participate in anything that I have going on. I have been planning this pregnancy for 2 years. 2 years. Everything from trying to find a private donor to trying to do a home insemination to then thinking about IUI at a women's clinic to now doing IVF at a fertility institute. So nothing should be unclear about me needing and wanting some support. And then when you go and you do crap all by yourself, people are like, oh, well, I could have. Oh, well, why didn't you say anything? Lord be. What pisses me off and what makes me sick and what makes me gag is when people put off what they know and act like they need you to keep coming to them when they already know that there's a need. And then they make you feel like you're too needy. And yeah, ain't that crazy? That is crazy, right? I only ask for something that I know I need assistance with. I'm very independent, very independent. But I don't like it when people make it seem like, well, sometimes, everybody's not going to always be able to accommodate you. And sometimes, everybody got other things, going on and you can't take it personal. How the hell am I supposed to take it? It ain't business. It's either business or it's personal. So this is a personal matter. So you're damn right I'm going to take it personal. I take it personal when someone doesn't be a friend, when someone's not being a friend. If I call on you and I'm asking you something, it's either yes, no, or maybe. And then I would like for you to follow up. I have had some people and friends in the past to come through and seriously bang it out for me. Major, major favors, great timing and everything. But sure enough, as someone has done something so great, they will turn around and drop the ball just as big. And I mean big. And I'm just like, I'm amazed at how easy it is for people to let me down. I'm just amazed. And I have constantly asked for discernment on what it is. If I'm doing something wrong, if I have the wrong expectations, if I'm not a good friend, I have constantly sought the truth about myself. I don't want to be the person that is difficult to be around. I don't want to be the person that someone avoids because Oh, she gonna need something. Oh, she's gonna want something. I don't want to be that person because I hear how people talk about those persons behind their back. I've been sitting next to people who've gotten phone calls and avoided phone calls from people that they didn't want to hear from because they knew they wanted something. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be calling you and you look at your phone like, "Ugh, what the hell she want?" I don't want to be that person. If I've ever been that person, please let me know. I don't think I ask for too much. If I think I'm asking for too much, I'll say, hey, listen, this is a doozy. I need a big favor. But the bottom line is, I have a very low to no support system, and it's not easy. And there's not very many people I can count on. And I don't I don't have a reliable person because I've got so many people in my phone that have ice next to their name because I don't know which one is not going to answer their phone or not return a phone call or not listen to their voicemail or not check their messages or anything. Oh, I don't answer numbers that I don't know. Okay. I just, people suck. I know a lot of sucky people. I've just, I try to surround myself with people who are just, I try to surround myself around good people. And sometimes you just don't know until they do something real stank. And you just gotta just distance yourself. And what's sad, I had someone, my client, who is very supportive, my work family is very supportive of what I'm doing. And she told me, she said, Kim, I know that you're going to be a great mother and you can handle single motherhood. She says, I know that you can do that. She said, what concerns me is that your friends are inconsistent. And if something were to ever happen and you needed somebody, she says, my only worry was that someone is not going to come through for you. This is what my employer said, my client, the people that I work for. This is what she says. And so if she sees the inconsistencies and she is remembering stories or happenstances, it ain't just me. That ain't me. Most ladies I have seen online do not tell most of their family members. They tend to lean on one or two close friends in the social media TTC community. I would agree, and I would see how that is. 3 of my family members know. I'm sorry, I take that back. 5 family members know. 2 of those family members I thought that I would be hearing from. And I thought I would be getting some calls or updates or check-ins from them, and I have not heard from them. I have not heard from any family members. A cousin. I'm sorry, I take that back. There's a cousin that I talk with every week. And so yeah, so I apologize. I take that back. But yeah. 1 or 2 close friends. I started off with 1 or 2 close friends, and then one fell off because they couldn't relate. They were saying some very insensitive things. Why would you do that? Why you gotta do it like that? That don't make no sense. Why can't you just go do your ex-boyfriend? Why don't you just, it was just really stupid stuff. It was really ignorant statements. So that dropped off, and then I started sharing with another one. And then that friend started acting really funny and strange. And so I had to drop that one off. And so I picked up another one. So I was trying to balance it between to 3 people at a time so that one person wouldn't, I wouldn't be overloading one person. And then that person, one of those persons started like saying, well, you know what? I'm just going to pray that God brings you a husband because you should be married and you should be doing this and you should be doing that this way and that way. Okay, knock that friend off because that's not the program. How are you going to tell me what you're going to pray for that is totally not in line with what I'm doing or how it needs to be done? I don't get that. So Sheba, leave it. I've had to cut off like 4 or 5 people from updates. It's like, okay, they either don't want the updates or they don't like or get or understand what I'm doing. And it was very rude, inconsiderate, insensitive statements and questions. And so one was disgusted by the fact that the donor, I'm like, what do you care? It's like, what? People enjoy and feel an incredible freedom saying things to me. I mean, incredible freedom. This one person just like was tearing down my choice of how I was going to, be moving forward. And it was like, okay, I didn't ask you, but okay, I guess I'm just going to listen. Well, actually, no, I'm not. So I just, it's incredible to say the least. I can only tell it, and it sounds crazy, but this is the type of shit that I get. So I see why the psychiatrist that gave me my clearance told me this is something that you just keep to yourself about, because it's hard to find a support system, when you're doing something like this. But then they tell you to have a support system because you're going to need to lean on somebody. So it's kind of like an oxymoron. Your doctor's telling you, you need a support system. The psychiatrist is like, keep it to a minimum, because the more you share it with, the more opinions you're going to hear, the more negativity you can come across. And when people are when you're doing something that's unconventional and people don't understand it, they're extremely critical, which is so very true. And the whole point of me wanting to document everything is because I know that I can't be the only one who has a similar story. And I've watched other vloggers and they have a support system of some sort. They've got a system of how they're doing it, whether it's something that they need and that they have it and they have a system and it's working for them. But I have to be honest, this is the hardest part for me. This right here is the hardest part, because this is the only steady and consistent connection that I have. And it's strange, but it's what I got, and so I'm going to use it. It helps me feel connected to something or someone, and then the comments that I get back help feed me and help keep me going. And I don't see how I would have continued to do this by myself without saying anything, because the people that know, I'd say of the 10 people who know, I only talk to one consistently, and it's text every day. She texts me, she checks on me, she sees how I'm doing. Every day she's asking me how I'm doing. And we pretty much have a conversation throughout the day about everything else, other things too. But Of the 10 people who know that I'm doing IVF, to only be talking to it and consistently in contact with one person, it sucks. I ain't gonna lie. I need more than that. I do. And I don't care if that looks or sounds needy. This is huge. This is huge. And I'm just like, even if I heard from one of those persons every day, that's still 10 phone calls I would get in a row. It's however it would come, however it would work out. And I shouldn't have to post a video of me crying and losing it to get a rush of phone calls. I appreciate it. I get it. And it's like, oh, okay, I need to call. I appreciate that. But where were the fucking phone calls from day one? I'm just like, are you serious? It just blows my mind how we have time to do bull crap. We have time to do all kinds of things between the internet. We can go to Walmart. We can get gas. We can do everything that we need to do from the top of the day to the bottom. But you can't call a fucking family member who's shooting herself in her belly every damn day? You have got to be kidding me. This is such bull. I can't stand half of the people that I know. I just can't stand them. I can't. I can't stand them. Because they're either constantly bullshitting me, or they're making excuses, or they're justifying it, or they're blaming me. Well, Kim, you didn't say this, or you didn't make that clear, or, well, Kimberly, you're just being dramatic, or Kimberly, you're just being this. How about that? How about I'm this? Yesterday changed my life. Yesterday changed my life in a way that I can honestly say, I don't give a shit about what anybody thinks about me and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Because I am tired of trying to have an appearance or an aura or something about myself that tries to keep myself in line and act like I'm all good and it's okay and I'm doing the right thing and I'm gonna present myself in this way and I'm just I don't have no phony facade or anything about myself. I am who I am, and I'm gonna do what I want to do and how I want to do it. And I know I'm not reckless, so I'm just gonna keep it pushing how it's pushing and roll with it. Because yesterday let me know that all that trying to align myself with some crap that I was taught, it didn't garner nothing, not a damn thing. And I don't give a F about nobody no more. Because I honestly feel that don't nobody give a F about me. They can say it. They can have random acts of kindness. They can have random acts of love. But I don't want random. I need some consistency. I know people who are consistently inconsistent. But then I realized, oh, okay, well, I'm no one's priority. Okay. I'm probably number 10 on everybody's list or more. I don't think I'm on anyone's list where I'm between 1 and 5. Is that my reality? Okay, that's my reality. So in turn, I'm not going to give a shit about you. I'm not going to do anything that's outside of what I want to do. I'm going to respond how I want to respond, if I want to respond at all. I don't care. If people can talk to me the way they talk to me, so be it. I am so sick and tired of being the nice one. Okay, be kind regardless, no matter what. Okay, be friendly, be giving. Use your gifts of service, and just be kind. And just nice for what? Nice for what? I don't feel like it no more. I just honestly don't feel like it. I don't, I don't, and I don't. I don't. This can't be what it's supposed to be like. It can't. And I know I'm on hormones. I know that my hormones are raging. I know that they are coming in waves. I know they are. But these circumstances existed before I started shooting myself with these damn hormones. These people existed. These circumstances and situations and habits existed. It ain't just me. No, it isn't needy at all. I didn't think so. I mean, I check and I try to make sure, but I feel betrayed by somebody very close to me. I feel very betrayed. I feel so betrayed. And I haven't said anything to the person yet. I don't know if I want to say anything, because if I say something to them, I have a feeling that I'm going to get a very nonchalant response, if a response at all. And that is going to piss me off to no end. I need people to take ownership of something that they do that offends or betrays or goes against the word that they gave you, and not turn it back around on me. And I don't know if I want to say something. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say something, but I've been betrayed, and it's like, for what though? And I'm biting my tongue, and I'm biting my tongue, and I'm biting my tongue. And it was deliberate, it was selfish, and I was betrayed. I've been betrayed. And what makes me mad is that I have to decide if this person is going to be my friend. I have to decide what I'm going to do about it, because I'm tired of this thing happening. Because this is not the first time that I've been betrayed by this person. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. I am more pissed that I now have to decide where I'm going to put this person. And it's not easy, because the person's been around for a long time. And it's like, well, you did do this, and it's like, you've been great, and it's like, boom, I can't keep giving you credit for shit that you did when you fuck up like this. Mistakes is one thing. Miscommunications is one thing. Forgetting something is one thing. But when you betray me, that I can't. I can't. And I can't describe it no other than betrayal. And it's like, no. This means more to me than anything. And I made that perfectly clear. I made it clear. I made it crystal chandelier clear what was going on. And I made it clear, y'all. I'm so serious. I made it clear. And boom. I was tossed and dismissed and disregarded. And nothing mattered, obviously, because they just decided that they were going to do what they wanted to do, regardless of what I had asked for. Regardless. And that, and someone would say, well, it shouldn't matter. Forget about it because you found a way around it and you fixed the problem. Oh. Oh. Well, since I fixed it, doesn't matter that one of the only persons that I can count on betrayed me. It shouldn't matter. Okay. And then I'm looking at that person cockeyed. Because when people say stuff like that, they're setting the tone for the crap that they want to pull. And I've watched that happen. I've literally watched people say things to me that justified a behavior that they eventually wanted to get away with themselves. I'm very intelligent. Very intelligent. I watch and I notice patterns. And that it comes up. Patterns will show themselves. And I'm not a dummy. I'm not a dummy. You can't get much by me. I may give chances and I may forgive. And I have the friend that I talk to and chat with every day. She says, you're too forgiving. She says, I'd have been cut that person off. She says, you have a heart of gold or whatever she said. She's like, you're way too forgiving. I'd have cut the person off just like that. I don't believe in throwing people away. I don't believe in just cutting people off. I don't. I think that I want to see the good. I think that there's opportunity to see the good. I think there's always room for improvement. And it bites me in the butt. And I'm like, okay. And I think I've had enough. It's only so many times a person can tell you or do something that makes you feel like you're not important. And I'm just so tired of cutting people off or distancing myself. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm just tired. And, once this baby is here, I don't know who I'm going to be able to count on, but I'm assuming that it's just going to be random acts of kindness. I'm just going to assume it's going to be random people. Because for some reason, my godmother said to me, I'm not changing thoughts. I'm switching lanes. My godmother said to me years ago, she says, Kim, I don't know what it is. She says, but people keep changing their mind on you. People keep throwing you under the bus. I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, so what is it? And I kept watching out for me. I kept watching myself. I kept making sure that I was cool. I kept making sure I was treating people right. I keep making sure that, if I have a gift or a talent or some time that I can offer, that I offer it. And by no means am I perfect, and no one else is perfect. None of us are perfect. Not nobody. But not being perfect does not justify you consistently screwing somebody over, randomly, being a friend. It just that's not that. I want to be the best Kim I can be for everybody in my life. If you need me for information, for tips and tricks and suggestions, I want you to always be able to count on me for that. Because I have a friend that does that. I'm like her Google. I'll be like, girl, you could have Googled that, right? But no, she want to call me. She wants to text me. I have someone who always comes to me and she's like, okay, I need you to make me some macaroni and cheese. Okay, if that's the best Kim I could be for you, is make you some macaroni and cheese. Boom, you got macaroni and cheese. I have a friend that says, you know what? Hey, I need some natural remedies. What do you do? I know you got some concoctions. I know you got this. You got that, and got the other. I just want to be the best Kim that I can be for whoever I know. Whatever it is that I can do for you, I just want to be the best at that. And if there's times when I can't do it, it's not going to be because I'm ignoring your text message. Oh, I forgot to press send. Oh, I thought that I answered. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to cancel, after I gave you my word. Oh, well, did I say I was going to do that? Oh, well, did I confirm with you? Oh, well, I don't recall confirming. So no, we didn't have anything arranged. I have had some of the most strangest friendship experiences. And when my godmother told me that, she told me that 15 years ago. And I'm almost wondering if it's a curse or something. Because she was right. She was right. People tend to change their minds on me, change their behavior, switch up, and not be a good friend to me. And I prayed. I was like, if there is something about me that's attracting people who don't want anything from me but what they can get from me, please help me to see it. Please help me to avoid it. But don't let it change who I am at heart. And when I started picking up on things and I asked for discernment and I asked to see these things, I found myself cutting off people. Like, oh, no, no. I feel like Edward Scissorhands. And I'm like, okay, this is tiring. And I'm like, how can I bring a child into this world when I have people and friends and family that I can't count on? Mm. Oh boy. All right, well, I think that's enough venting. Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the comments. Thank you for validating that it's not just me. I don't know about this appointment in the morning, but I kind of want to sit here and take another shot. I'm almost tempted to take another shot just to be like, you will be able to make it. You are strong. Thank you, Living Hope. I sure do appreciate that. And even though I was rambling and venting and going off, I do know that about myself. I do know that I can make it. I do know that it will work out. I mean, things usually, typically, always do. Things usually always come together. And I realize that. I know that. I know that things come together and they work out. But when you're hanging on and hanging like on the thread and hoping and wishing, you know, in that moment before it does, that's when it's hard. It's like, you know, it's going to come together, but you're just you're missing the people that you need, and you're missing the people that you love. And I love some people and I don't feel love back from them. That's what bothers me. That really bothers me. There's like there's like five people, and it's a combination of relatives and non-relatives, and I miss them, and it's hard to not hear from people that you love. It's hard, and I don't know how many times to call people. I don't know how many times to text people. What's the number? How many times do you text a person? How many times do you leave a video message? And how long do you wait for them to respond? And when they don't, it's like, there's your answer. I can only assume that this is my answer. I can only assume that not hearing from these five people is my answer. Remember to take care of yourself, treat yourself. Yeah, I've been treating myself to lemon cake and ice cream. I've been treating myself. I've been trying to treat myself to relaxing. And another treat is venting and just telling the truth how I feel it. That's another treat. It's just to be honest. I posted a couple things on Facebook today, and there were some people who didn't love it. There were some people who were like, I could hear them saying, I can't believe she just said that. That was a treat for me because people don't like the truth. So I said what I said. And I was like, felt good and it tasted good coming out my mouth as I typed it. And I kind of didn't care that I ruffled a couple feathers. Venting is important. You have to stand in your truth. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's what I choose to do. I just choose to stand in my truth. And sometimes standing in the truth leaves you in the loneliest of spaces. And I suppose that's why I feel the way I feel. My intention is not to tell the truth so much that it alienates people. And I don't see the difference anyway because they come around and they do what they want to do when they feel like doing it. But I don't see where it makes a difference. If I'm silent and don't say anything, if I say something, it doesn't make a difference. So um, I've always been outspoken, but what's come out has always taken is the more I've grown and matured and lived and experienced life, the more bold and brazen I am with being outspoken. So me being quiet has never been a threat for anybody. But I think what I say, and when people see you coming, when people when you see somebody coming and you say it and you announce it, they have a problem with that. I noticed that. People don't like you pointing out that they're creeping from around the corner. People don't like it. People don't like when you call them out on their crap. I know that it's all gonna be all right, and I know it's gonna work out. But I can only live in the moment. I can only be in the moment that I'm in. And it hurts to have to be okay with it. That hurts. That's what hurts. That's what hurts. That I have to be okay with what people have decided that they are going to do. And when I'm the people that I'm talking about my nucleus. I'm talking about we all have a nucleus of relatives, friends, and acquaintances. And I do have expectations of this nucleus. We all have. We all have expectations of the people around us. And I'm not talking about randoms. I'm not talking about people that don't owe us nothing. I'm talking about blood, close circle, and close in proximity. This is what I'm talking about. We have expectations of these people, and they probably have expectations of us. My nucleus sucks. The ratio is off. It's way off. I know if I call or text first initial D, first initial C, first initial A. I know if I text if I text those people, I know for certain that they're going to answer. They don't have the proximity though. One of them does. But I know I can count on them to reply to my text and be, okay, I need to talk. And then they will make themselves available. The other 12, no. If I needed somebody to come here right now, say for example, I took this shot and I had an adverse reaction, okay? And I'm sick, I just need somebody to come, not 911, or maybe 911, who knows? None of those 15 are close. None of them. 2 of them, only 2, that I would be like, okay, it's likely that they will come running. And I mean come running. One person. That's if they answer their phone. If I were to bet, I would lose. The chances are slim. The chances are very, very, very slim. And it's kind of sad and it's kind of funny because half the time when I call one of these persons, I'm sent to voicemail. There's no follow-up text, and I may or may not get a call back that day. May or may not. So it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of weird. And so if there's ice in my phone, ICE in case of emergency, I cannot say. I honestly don't know if I think it's 3 or 4 people that I have ICE. I have those 4 because I don't know which one's gonna come through. I honestly don't know. There was one time when I went to the hospital and they took my phone and they said they called all my ICE people. This was like 3 years ago. They said they called all my ICE people on my phone. Nobody answered and no one had called back. When I talked to the persons that the nurse said she called, one said, "Oh, I didn't answer because I didn't recognize the number." Another one said, "Oh, I don't check my voicemails." And another person claimed they didn't get the call. I don't know what the 4th person said because I think I got tired of asking. So I'm just I don't like that I have to be okay with that. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be okay with that. I should know that I got one person that I can count on. And the one person, and I'm not gonna say no name, the one person that I would that I need to count on, and I think I can count on, I want to count on, is the one that betrayed me. That's the one that betrayed me. So I don't know what the hell me and Chipmunk gonna do, but we gonna make it do what it do. I just oh my, that is sad. No one answered the call. No one answered the call. Nobody. The nurse said, "You have a few ICEs in your ISIS in your phone." She says, "But I called 4 of them." She says, "And no one's called me back." I was like, okay, well, shit. What do I do? I don't know. I I had my first visitor yesterday, and yesterday was day 13. Yeah, yesterday was day 13, and this is no shade, and it's gonna come out like a shade, but it's not shade. It took yesterday's video to get it. I've had some very emotional and very trying moments and days since day 1. It took day 13 and the video that I posted yesterday about the consult with my doctor to get the phone calls that I got. I think I got like maybe 4 or 5 phone calls, And I got a call that said, I'm coming to see you if you're up for a visit. I appreciated it because I needed it. I honestly needed to see and lay my eyes on somebody other than the babies that I care for and their mother. This is who I see day to day, every day. I needed to see somebody that I needed to see somebody else. And I was so glad to just be able to sit in my living room and just have some company. But it took yesterday's news to get it. And I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that when it got that bad, somebody came. I can appreciate that. I can. But I don't know. I just, yeah, yeah. I'm appreciative of what I get from others. I am. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say it without it sounding like I'm canceling out one thing. I just feel like yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people need a wake up call, and the post did the trick. So we will see how things go as time progresses. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I am grateful. If that was a wake up call, I'm grateful. And at at risk, I'm gonna say this. That's a random act of kindness. It was appreciated and it was needed. And like you said, it was a wake up call. Um, but it was a random act. Um, I'm just gonna say it. That's all I've been surviving off of with the connections and friendships that I have. I'm just gonna put it out there. That's what it is. I don't want to sound like I'm taking the value away from what the visit was, because the visit was very valuable and it was very on time. But when it's all you get, it's like fuel. It's like it's like fuel. How long can one survive off of random friendship appearances? And not just from one person, but most persons. I don't want a lot of traffic in my life for the sake of traffic. I don't. That's not what I want. I just feel like I'm a oh, I'm bored. Let me see what Kim is doing type of friend. I think that's what I feel like with certain people. Like waiting for a better offer type. I've dealt with that. Um, yeah, I've I've been dealt that card a couple of times. Um, I got a better offer, so I'm gonna do this instead. We can do that later. Um, being honest is hard. Being vulnerable is hard right now. Um, this is a hard moment for me because I find myself always evaluating who my friends are. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I just need to classify people as acquaintances. There are people who I know care, and there are people who I wonder how much they care. And there are people that say they love me and I don't see it. They tell me that they love me, but they don't show me that they love me. And that's how I can classify my nucleus. That nucleus, I'd say, is about 15 people. And just for the sake of breaking it up, I would say that I know that 5 people care. They care. No question. There's another 5 people that I question. And there's another 5, the other 5 I just don't trust. I think that's as honest and as plain as I can put it. Give or take a couple. Switch them off, put them in another pile, but yeah. And what's sad is that that 15 includes blood. I don't like to be told that I love you, but I don't feel like you love me. I just don't like that. I don't like not knowing people, around me. I don't like guessing. I don't like guessing and wondering about the people that are around me. And I'm talking about this because this is something that I struggle with almost every day. every day. If I were to be honest, I struggle with this. Every day I struggle with this. This is a struggle every single day. I can go days without my phone ringing. Days. I'll get texts, but I struggle being by myself. Um, I do. And it it's mostly exacerbated when I'm sick, when I am doing something that's making me really happy and I'm just celebrating it by myself. And of course, like, when I'm sad or down, but sometimes then I like to just do an introspection and kind of chill with myself. But I struggle with, yeah, I enjoy my own company and I enjoy my creative space. I enjoy alone time. I enjoy my solitude thoroughly. I don't have problems being alone. I don't. I just wish I had a more loving social life. I do wish that. I wish I felt more inclusion. And now that I've moved to the north side of Chicago, that's really going to cut out a lot of. I'm now geographically undesirable for many people, but I am not going to live where it's convenient for others. Been there, done that, tried that, and it sucked. South side of Chicago sucked. It was not a good experience for me. So, um, I'm feeling really vulnerable right now. I'm feeling really exposed. I'm feeling like I'm having an awful mood swing right now. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to go have, what time is it? Maybe I'll walk my dog. This has been a great outlet. Thank you for sitting here with me. I know that's you, Living Hope. Living Hope. I love that. Um, Thank you. I appreciate you. Um, and the others that were popping in and out and visiting. Thank you. Um, Yeah. I'm having a I'm having another swing coming, so I'm just gonna go ride this one out and I'm gonna go walk it off. But pray for day 15. Pray for some growth in my follicles. Because I don't want to use a donor egg, but I'm open to it, but not just yet. So, all right, I'm gonna go now. Oh, look at my bruises. Ah, they'll be beautiful though. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love y'all. Peace.